My local news is blatantly lying to everyone. My name is Robert Barlow. I don't know what is going on here. I just know that it isn't right. I have never been the guy who believes in conspiracy theories. I actually openly mock those people, to be completely honest. My city is a decent-sized city. Our local news has always been reliable. Until about a few days ago, I began noticing strange weather. Even more strange, the local news forecasted weather that obviously wasn't correct. I brushed that off. Then I began noticing that they have completely disregarded a mysterious convoy of dark black semi-trucks that just began appearing in our city. They just sit all around town. Nobody has exited or entered them the entire time they were here. I just figured that would make the news. However, no mention whatsoever. I began getting really unsettled. Then the people in what looked like hazmat suits started to appear. This also was completely skipped over. I became extremely concerned. What is going on? Are we in danger? Why is nothing being acknowledged or even mentioned? The sky became a dark red hue. The news acting like this obviously strange occurrence is not even happening. I don't know what else is going to happen. Why would this city experience anything like this? Out of nowhere as well. It just doesn't make sense. The people in the hazmat suits are going door to door. Surely this would be on the news. Again, no mention. Christ, I've had enough. I visited the station. I demanded to see the manager of that station, and I waited for hours. Finally, I did get to see him, and this is how it played out. Hello, how may I help you today, sir? Maybe you can explain something to me? Of course. What are you having trouble with, sir? The local news has really dropped the ball. A lot of things are happening and nobody has any idea what is going on. Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. The weather, the semi-trucks, the hazmat workers around the city going door to door, the fucking sky. Sir, calm down. You're acting erratically. I don't want to call the authorities on you. You're going to have me arrested. No security. Sir, you are threatening me. Please, desist. What? I just want to know what is happening around me. I have the right to know. Sir, I am going to call right now. Please leave. I didn't persist. I just left on my own accord. Why was he claiming that I threatened him? Why not just escort me out with security? I don't see how this was a legal matter whatsoever. I think I understand why they won't acknowledge the happenings. I can't leave the city. No one can. The police visited my home today. We are here to inform you that you are being monitored. If you violate probation by either attempting to leave or you go near the TV station, we will arrest you. Do you understand? Yes. Can I ask you something? What is going on here? Sir, I have to inform you that inquiring further would also result in arrest. Is that clear? Yes, officer. I understand. Thank you. This probation period is indefinite. We will be keeping an eye on you. Have a nice day. I'm under surveillance. I don't know what is going on around me. I can't get any answers. None of this makes any sense. I'm going crazy. I am just going to have to wait and see. Maybe I take back control. I have that gun just laying around. That's the key to taking control over my life again. I never thought I'd ever do this. Good night, everyone. The ocean is a home to utter terror. The skipper took his boat far out into the ocean. He was living his retirement dream. With a crew of only 4, he didn't experience any trouble. That is until they reached 200,000 miles into their voyage. The skipper first noticed the large mammoth dark mass seemingly moving towards the boat. The first mate told the skipper it was a massive shark. It was coming for the boat. Before they could react, the boat shook viciously. After only a few seconds, the boat shook again. An extra ship hand told everyone that the massive shark was repeatedly charging the boat. Then the beast rose from the water. A 300-foot shark with tentacles not unlike an octopus. This sea monster kept stalking the boat. The skipper ordered his crew to use their flare guns on this abomination. Unfortunately, before any action was taken, the entire boat shook again. This time, a deckhand went overboard. Almost immediately, the beast devoured the man. No trace of him left behind. The skipper fired a flare gun right into the monster's right eye. It worked. The beast was partially blinded. The skipper, imbued by the idea of going for the eyes, ordered the crew to shoot the other eye. However, the monster rose from beneath the waves it now created, and in no time at all, dragged the back half of the boat down into the depths, taking the other deckhand and the first mate with it. 3 days later, the skipper, having survived the wrath of the beast, by only the mercy of whatever god watched over him, lay sunburned and dehydrated, drifting into a beach in Europe. The skipper immediately fell into a coma, and came out only 4 days later. To his surprise, the locals believed his horrific tale. They informed him that his crew was taken by a beast that usually resides and swims in the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean. It does, however, rarely swim to the surface. Sailors who hunt this beast fail and die tragically. The skipper, forever affected by the nightmare he endured, quietly and tragically took his own life soon after his release from the hospital. The visions of his men being devoured, and the visage of the beast itself drove him to madness. Walter and his schizophrenia. Walter Corley is a unique individual. He is a whole community in himself. Doctors have treated him in astonishment. The most unique case of schizophrenia ever. He first started to show signs of his condition at the age of 24. He began talking to himself, answering in different voices that sounded like they didn't come from him. He began a romantic relationship with himself, or to be more precise, Melanie. This relationship lasted for about 5 years. Walter Corley was admitted to several mental institutions by concerned family over the years. He was a model patient. Walter functioned extremely highly for someone suffering from schizophrenia. He worked steady jobs. Doctors could not understand how this man was able to function so well. It was a real psychiatric Rubik's Cube. Corley, as is the case for most schizophrenic patients, did not think anything was wrong with him. At 38, his curious condition became even more so. He would actually, for lack of a better word, morph into other people. He would become whomever his mind chose to be. He changed gender countless times. Doctors were amazed. Nothing like this has ever occurred in medical history. Walter Corley became a full-time resident at an undisclosed psychiatric facility. The following are some of the interviews with Corley and his alter personalities and bodies. Interview with Walter Corley. Personality/new physical body, Julie. Dr. Hello, Julie, is it? Yes. How are you doing today? Yesterday Walter was here. Did he go away for a while? Yes, sharing this body gets crowded. Not to mention the constant physical changes. It hurts whenever he comes out. It's incredible how all of you actually exist physically and actually change the body. Do you realize that this is something unprecedented? I guess so. Walter gets so exhausted from all this change on his body. He understands that we are in his mind, but now We manifest. This is something that frightened him at first. However, we explained to him that we are just becoming who we are. This case of schizophrenia is the strangest ever. Physical manifestation, gender changes, facial transformations. This is impossible. This condition is uncharted territory. Well, it's all part of our plan. We all really have the same goal. Which is? Simple. Really to have us all become individuals, independent bodies. We are working through it as we speak. End Julie interview. Interview with Walter Corley. Personality/physical manifestation, Chris. Hi, Chris. How are you doing today? Okay. We're getting close to becoming our own physical manifestations separately. Walter is fighting it. We took care of him. He died last night. So nothing is in our way now. What do you mean Walter is dead? We killed him. He was a problem. He wouldn't allow us to commence our plan. Our plan is important. We cannot have him getting in the way. As horrified doctors looked on, they watched as the body of Walter Corley began tearing apart. Then out of the pulp that was once a man, 8 humanoid bodies suddenly began manifesting themselves. Doctors watched on, terrified as all 8 bodies began taking on independent physical characteristics. As they began becoming their own genders, 3 men, 5 women eventually stood where Walter Corley once stood. Doctors were dumbfounded. How is any of this possible? Walter Corley is dead, no doubt about that. But how do you inform his family? Nobody would believe any of this. Killing these 8 people would be out of the question. Holding them to study would not help in any way. All these individuals are technically sane. Corley was the one declared insane, and he's dead. A manifestation of the characters inside Walter's mind was impossible. This is not a case of schizophrenia, it possibly never was. They all physically exist independent of each other, all from the literal body of Walter Corley. Doctors contemplated their options. They decided to declare each manifestation as a person. They were all released. Since then, those very doctors have racked their brains about what happened to Walter Corley. Obviously something did. Surprisingly, each of the 8 manifestations kept in contact with the facility. So they are definitely independent of each other, and living their own lives. Doctors resigned, because this bizarre occurrence was just too much. Even more strange, no other case like this were ever reported after this one. So this mystery still remains a mystery. My night with the Sandman. I lay in bed, my mind racing, just wanting to go to sleep. No use. My mind is full of conflict. I have been unemployed for 2 weeks. I am not used to being out of work. I hate collecting unemployment. I want to go back to work. However, budget cuts forced my company to lay off some people. I was unfortunately a part of that wave of layoffs. My girlfriend decided no job meant no us. So I am experiencing heartbreak on top of everything else. I can't get to sleep. I hear a thump, and my closet door opens slowly. My mind focuses on that. Is someone else in my house as well? I see him in the dark, slinking around. I wait before I call out to him. Hey! I can fucking see you! Don't move! The man freezes. I continue to address him. I have a gun! I am getting it right now! The man speaks in the dark back to me.
No, you don't. I know for a fact that you hate guns. Please don't lie to me. I am only here to help you.
I was taken aback by this. How did he even know that I hated guns? I swallowed my unease and continued talking to this man. Who are you? The man stepped closer and closer, ever so slowly but surely. He reached over and turned on my light. I got a good look at him. He was about 6 feet tall. He wore tattered rags fashioned into clothes. His face was strange, though. His nose was hooked. His eyes were black with swirls of blue, faintly specked all over his black eyeballs. He spoke.
Well, I am what you humans call the Sandman. I am here to help you rest tonight.
I sat up in my bed and looked back at the Sandman, with a look that must have amounted to a look of defeat and hopelessness. The Sandman must have noticed that.
My child, what troubles you so deeply? I see that you are depressed. I am here, and I will listen. So, talk to me, my child.
I cautiously began opening up to him. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm out of work, my girlfriend decided to leave me, and I'm scared. To be honest with you, life is not favoring me, and I fear that I may never get back to working again or find another girlfriend.
My child, I understand you are frightened. Life is unpredictable. Life is terrifying. You seem quite intelligent. You humans worry so much. It really saddens me. I want to help. I am hesitant because I am a monster. By definition, of course. I have been doing this for millennia, and beyond that, humans usually lose their sanity once they gaze upon me.
I am unsettled, particularly at not going insane seeing you. I know how people are. We are afraid of differences and terrified of what lies beyond our understanding.
I come to bring you rest and dreams. I come to alleviate your suffering, even temporarily. I yearn to alleviate suffering permanently.
How would you do that?
I would give everyone an eternal rest. No waking, no suffering or pain, no worries. Dreams should be our entire lives.
You're saying that you want to have everyone sleep forever? You will kill everyone, slowly but surely.
Death is nothing more than everlasting sleep. It is not a bad thing.
Nobody wants to die. How can you not see that?
I see everyone spiraling down and down into an abyss of utter chaos, a swirling vortex of endless devastation. I want to help end all of that.
Killing people on mass scale would only cause mass panic. You would initiate so much pain, so much suffering.
No, I will not. It will be peaceful. I can be a savior. We can recycle society, return into a new world, a better world.
You want to be God? You want to reset the entire planet? Why would you want that? I just don't see the logic. Maybe it's above my mind's capabilities. I just don't understand.
You humans would rather suffer than embrace a new utopia. You are all foolish. God is not what you think God is. It is not a simple concept. You imbecilic humans have no idea. You pray and you worship your own ideas. Nobody realizes that the Almighty is busy with the universe, that they don't have any time to focus on humanity or Earth. God is constantly expanding the universe. New galaxies are created every minute of every day. Humanity is so arrogant and so self-involved. They can't see that they don't matter. Nothing matters. Life is only life. Anything anyone does never makes a ripple in the solar system, let alone the universe.
You don't want to be God, or to be a better being. You seek power and authority over humanity? You want to eradicate our Earth to create your own.
Mine would be a utopia. Don't you see that? Earth would become the most advanced civilization in the entire universe. Humans would be at the top. When you get sick, you eradicate the illness or whatever is wrong. I only want to eradicate you and everyone else on this planet. You are all weak. You are all flawed. I am sick of being confined to the shadows, to the night. I must be free. I must achieve my potential. My full potential is to become God.
You are also flawed. You are bitter, and you are a liar. I know what you are now. You're a creature of the void. God, or at least the essence of what God is, knows what you are. And there are rules that limits you from stepping out of the shadows, out of the night. You have limited power for a reason. God knows what you want, and it will never give it to you. And I know the rules, and as do you. You're in our world, not the other way around, and you're powerless to stop me. You dwell in the darkness, the void, and your desperation to kill and destroy places you so far away from the idea of what a god should be that it sickens me. How dare you visit me and pretend to care about my issues? You are a monstrous liar. I no longer welcome you. You are dismissed. Good night, Mr. Sandman. As I suspected, he was unable to resist my will. To have him leave me alone, he vanished from sight. I prayed that he never visits me again. I am not a strongly religious man, but I know that there is a force that keeps that monster under lock and key. And that very same force keeps him busy. So he will never be a danger to anyone or anything. I also came to realize that my issues are only as devastating as I allow them to be. I am able to find a better job, to find a better love. I can see so very clearly now. I drifted off to sleep with a new, positive outlook, and decided not to allow failure to control me. I will be allowed to reach my full potential. I know I will.
I have flown, I have sailed, I have moved about this world of ours, and ever in search of the finest of its kind, we bring you the tops in spine chillers. The creaking door. The manufacturers of State Express 3/5 Filter King cigarettes take pleasure in presenting The Creaking Door.
Good evening, friends of the creaking door. The creaking door is open, so do come in. You know, some ghosts are awful liars. One of our people here tells the most fantastic stories of his life on Earth. And then he wonders why everyone sees through him.
Move in world class. Get the taste of new smooth State Express 3/5s today. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. It's a blend that has been perfected after years of constant research by our master blenders, and the recent development of an entirely new process which gives you an even smoother 3/5 smoke. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. Move in world class. Get the taste of new, smooth State Express 3/5s today.
A man sits on a bench near the river. His suit is crumpled and ancient. His shoes broken. Now and then he sips from a bottle of cheap wine that has become his only friend. But he doesn't sip with good cheer and happiness. He drinks in horror.
Move on there. Move on.
Oh, officer, I feel pretty weak.
Drinking in the afternoon won't make you any stronger.
I've been ill.
No, sure. I've heard every sob story a hobo ever dreamed up. You know what's wrong with you? They used to call it lack of moral fiber back there in the war. You're just a spineless lump of humanity, not able to get the courage to jump in the river. Now get going or I'll run you in.
Oh, very well. No hard feelings. I know you're just doing the job the city pays you for.
You got the price of a meal.
No, I'm a vagrant. Arrest me if you like. It doesn't matter. Another few days in jail. What's that to a guy like me?
If I stake you to a
You
meal...
know the answer? Booze.
I know some people who help guys like you. Most of them are ex-drunks, and they understand. You sound like an educated man. They might be able to do something for you.
No, thanks. I've got the greatest respect for people like that. They'd sober me up, and the one thing I couldn't stand to be sober. No, officer, the nightmares don't come to me through drink. It's the opposite. They come when I'm sober.
Oh, man, we all have our problems.
Not problems like mine. Officer, did you ever hear a dead woman talk?
Huh?
Did you ever have a dead woman tell you that she loved you after you'd murdered her?
Now, what's this talk about murder?
You can't arrest me for it. Sure, I killed her. Sandra helped. Maybe it was Sandra's idea. But you can't arrest me for killing Jeanette because Jeanette isn't dead. You see, I was married to Jeanette when I fell for Sandra. Sandra was beautiful. Jeanette was insipid beside Sandy. I loved Sandy.
Yes, Sam.
I love you.
Me too.
How can it happen to a man like me, 35 years old, married, not really living, and then one day...
Oh, it hasn't, darling. It hasn't all the time. One of the big things of life. The biggest. And it happens to you and me. Why do you love me?
I don't know. Yes, I do. Your hair, your lips, the way you walk, the swing of your skirt, the touch of your fingers in the dark.
Did you love your wife that way?
No. Jeanette was the girl next door. Everybody expected us to get married. Well, we did. It was like most marriages. Oh, we didn't even fight. Just petty bickerings, deadly dull. Was never like the thing I feel for you.
Wouldn't it be wonderful
If I were free, I often think back.
Oh, it's wicked to think like that. After all, Jeanette deserves her happiness, too.
She isn't happy with me. How could she be?
And she might divorce you.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do, Sandy. I'll wait until we have one of our usual rows and ask her. You never know.
That's how it started, officer. Just a few words said casually.
Tell me the rest of it.
Sure. But remember, there's no arrest you can make because she's still alive. How? Search me, but she's alive and kicking, I know that. You see, officer, I don't know exactly when I decided to kill her. Perhaps it was when she refused to divorce me. Yeah, Yeah, I think that was it.
I wish you'd remember to wipe your feet when you come into the house, Sam, dragging mud all over the carpet.
Sorry, Jeanette.
Oh, sorry, nothing. I have to clean up after you, don't I?
Yeah, you have to clean up.
And try and take a little care. And we need new drapes for the living room.
Okay, just pick 'em out, honey.
You don't care, do you? You're tired of me and the house, tired of everything. Who is she, Sam?
Who's who, Jeanette?
Do you think a wife doesn't know? You must be crazy if you do. I know. I knew immediately. Some cheap little floozy.
Well,
that
why
you
should you care? What does it mean to you? There's no love lost between us, and you know it. Suppose there is another girl, and she can give me what you can.
I expect you want a divorce. That's the next step.
Well, I don't see any point in going on like this, do you? Did you ever see any point in it?
You can forget it. Because you may not be the husband of my dreams, Sam, but you happen to be my husband, and I'm not making a free gift of you to some
You
cheap
better
little...
be careful what you say. You don't know her.
I don't want to know her, thank you. Now, that ends the entire sordid conversation, and I refuse to discuss it again.
Make yourself at home, Sam. I'll fix us a drink. Here, take your jacket off.
Oh, this is really like home.
Why, Sam. Sam, you're wearing a gun.
Yeah, I just bought it.
Oh, I hate guns.
This city just isn't safe at night anymore.
No, that's true.
I've never fired a gun in my life.
Well, you'll have to get some practice.
Yeah. Maybe we can go somewhere this weekend, huh?
Sam, if I were you, I wouldn't wear that gun. I wouldn't let anybody know you've got it. Leave it here until you need it.
Until I need it, yeah.
Boy, I'm with you all the way.
Thanks, Sandy.
Well, here's to us.
Yep, here's to us. Shut away from the world in our little hideaway. That's how I want it, Sandy. I don't like people a lot, you know. I want us to be together for always. That's how it started, officer. I bought a gun. I expect I'd made up my mind to kill her then. But I fooled myself that I didn't have to. She might see things my way.
And she never did.
No, she never did. Women are funny creatures.
You can say that again. A woman, oh, well, some anyway, like being married. They like having the status, if you can call it that, even when they hate the man. Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But no excuse for murder.
I don't think I'd have done it if... You don't ever know another person, do you? You sit across from them at meals, you share the night with them and talk all the things one talks about. You don't know them at all. I never really knew what was in her mind. Never.
You were late home tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Seeing your little sweetheart?
Oh, lay off me, will you, Jeanette?
I hoped we could go to a movie, that's all.
You hate me. You show it every day. Why should I take you to a movie?
Because we have to live normal lives, that's why. Does she look like me?
No. You must know she doesn't.
I'll bet she does.
No, she doesn't.
Younger, I expect, and prettier.
I don't want to talk to you about her.
I wonder how she feels. Guilty, I expect. Or is she without feelings of any kind?
What good is all this doing you? You know I want you to divorce me. You know I want to marry Sandy.
Oh, so that's her name, Sandy. How sweet. Or perhaps it's a nickname. Of course, you could leave me and simply live with her. Or is she insistent on the wedding ring? You'll lose a lot, Sam. The house, the car, it's in my name. The alimony won't be cheap. Can you keep your job?
None of it matters. Can't you understand that?
Oh, you have got it badly, my dear, haven't you?
Yes, I have, Jeanette. Our marriage was a mistake, and we both know it. One day, the right man for you will come along, and you'll be happy. Now you're just bitter and unhappy.
Sam, a marriage is a marriage. It's for life, and as far as I'm concerned, that's that. If we're unhappy, we deserve to be. I just don't believe in divorce.
Don't be depressed, Sam. Don't be sad about anything.
If she was gone.
Yeah. If there were only an accident, say, or a burglar. You said the city was dangerous. You were right, you know. It is. People get killed. You hear of bad things happening every day of the year. Don't you, Sam?
Oh, this adds up to trouble. You know, many a man has felt just as Sam feels. Only a few use the gun, pull the trigger. Interesting people, murderers. I meet quite a few behind the creaking door.
Well, what did you do? The Sandy girl was asking you to murder your wife, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was, I suppose, officer. I wonder if she knew it then. Oh, I didn't need much telling. I was ready for it. But the way it happened was something else again. Something I didn't expect. Sandy, you're falling asleep.
I'm happy. Cat that ate the cream.
It's great being here with you, closed away from the world.
Every girl has a man in her mind. Man she wants and needs more than anything else. Do I look like Jeanette?
No, nothing like her.
She's a blonde, isn't she?
That's right. She's a pretty girl, nice girl. Just not for me, that's all. Some other guy, he'd make her happy. Some other guy, not me.
Sam, I still got your gun here.
I know.
I'm scared of having it here. You better take it tonight.
Okay, Sandy, if you want me to.
You know this thing has to end, don't you?
What do you mean, Sandy?
What I say. It has to end because people can't act this way. Not forever. I'm not your wife. I'm nothing. You better make up your mind to stay with her and love her. There's no other way.
No, please, no.
A girl can't live like this. Sam, you make up your mind once and for all. And here's your gun.
I took the gun and I walked home. She was there, Jeanette, with that martyred look on her face, dinner waiting. Poor Jeanette. None of it was her fault.
I've made dumplings the way you like them.
Thanks.
Can she cook? Sandy?
Just leave me alone, Jeanette.
Whatever you do is your own business, Sam. Here, eat your supper.
I don't feel hungry.
Oh, she can cook, is that it? Take your jacket off.
If you like.
What's that? A gun?
Yes, Jeanette, it's a gun.
Oh, let's see it. I used to be rather a good shot.
Be careful, it's loaded.
Oh, thanks. You poor simp. Did you buy it to shoot me, Sam?
Oh, don't be foolish.
I can read you like a book, Sam. You bought it to kill me, but you didn't have the nerve. You never would have managed it. You haven't the courage to shoot a sick cat.
I wouldn't shoot you, Jeanette. You've done me no harm. If we hurt one another, that's how things are.
But now I have the gun. You pull back the slide, like this. Now it's cocked. Push the safety catch forward. Now it's ready to fire.
Oh, careful, it has a hair trigger, Jeanette. Don't point it at me.
Goodbye, husband.
No, it's...
You're cutting my hair.
Let go of that gun. Let go. Now, you fool. Oh. Jeanette. Jeanette. I swear I didn't mean it.
Hello, Sam. Oh, Sam, did she let you come here?
She's dead.
What do you mean?
I shot her.
Sam, tell me quickly.
She was gonna kill me, and we fought over the gun, that's all. I didn't mean to, but nobody will believe me now.
Of course not. Did you leave her just lying there? Oh, Sam, tell me everything.
Yeah, I just left her where she fell.
Give me your door key.
What for? I must go to the police, that's
Give
all.
me the key, you fool. I'm in the stool, you know. Accessory after the fact. I can hang too. The key, come on, quickly.
Please, Jeanette.
I'm Sandy, I'm not Jeanette.
Oh, my mind's going.
The key, quickly.
There. What are you gonna do?
Never mind. Now just stay here and don't leave.
Whatever you say, Sandy. Anything you say. That's how it happened, officer. It was an accident.
Oh, sounds like something else to me. Where's your wife now?
I don't know. How could I know?
Well, this Sandy, what did she do with the body?
I don't know. I was scared to ask. She came back that night and she'd been away for an hour. Terrible thing is, she was looking exactly like Jeanette.
I was scared you'd go to the police, Sam.
Did you go round to my place?
Yeah. There's nothing to worry about.
What did you do?
Don't ask. Just don't go there again, that's all.
But what have you done?
I told you, don't ask me. Some things are better not talked about. Is there any brandy left?
Yeah, almost a bottle.
Pour us 2 drinks. Stiff ones. We need it now.
All right.
We're going to drink it all, then sleep.
Anything you say. Here. You are.
To us.
I'm too weak to live. Nothing I do.
I love you. That's all you have to remember.
Why are you doing your hair like Jeanette?
Drink your drink, Sam. You're coming apart.
I drank everything she gave me and I slept. It was late in the morning when I woke up. The sun was high. There was a woman standing, looking down at me.
Sam, you're in a bad way.
Jeanette, what are you doing here? Jeanette!
You foolish boy. I'm Sandy.
Jeanette!
Did you call Sam?
Jeanette, she was here just now.
You've been having a nightmare.
No, I saw her. She went into the kitchen.
Look, I just come from there. She isn't there, Sam. Jeanette is dead.
But I saw her. I tell you, I saw her. After that, I saw Jeanette everywhere. In the street outside my office, even sitting in my car. And Sandy changed her hairstyle and her clothes. She looked more like Jeanette every day. And she began to nag me, just like Jeanette.
Pick your legs up, Sam. I can't clean the place if you sprawl there all day.
Sorry.
You must try to control these silly visions of yours.
I know, but she's there. She's everywhere. I saw her just now, Sandy, as I came in. She was standing in the hallway just looking at me.
Hello. Yeah, he's here.
But nobody knows I'm here, Sandy.
Well, obviously somebody does. Answer it.
All right. Hello?
Hello, Sam.
No. You're dead. You're dead.
Oh, give it to me, you fool. No spine at all. Hello? Hello? I rang off.
It was her. I know it was her. Sandy, it was her.
Clear off out of here. I can't stand having you around. Man who schemes to shoot his wife and lacks the courage and gets himself into a state of nerves like a child. Oh, go on. There's the door. Beat it.
Oh, please, Sandy, give me another chance.
Just one thing I'll give you. The gun. Here, go on, take it with you. You may need it.
I kept the gun. One of these days, it's going to come in handy, officer.
Have you got it with you now?
Sure, I've always got it with me.
Oh, you better hand it to me, then.
No, I've got a permit.
You've just confessed to a murder, laddie buck. You're a vagrant on your own admission. Now I'm taking you to the police station, but first I want a few details. I don't want the sergeant to get all the credit. Your name?
Samuel Wallace. Listen to
And
me.
your address?
31 Hansel Crescent. But it isn't fair. She isn't dead. She can't be.
Oh, we'll soon find out after we've dug up the back garden. Now, the gun. And it's over.
But it's my last hope.
Don't talk foolish. You haven't got the guts to shoot yourself, and you know it. And it's over.
Oh, I guess you're right. Here.
That's better. Now, come along with me, son. Your troubles are over.
My troubles are with me for eternity.
Jeanette,
Yes, dear.
can I borrow that hairdryer?
Of course, Sandy.
I wonder if he's done it yet.
He won't have the courage until he's quite mad.
It's worth waiting for, though, isn't it?
50,000. Of course, Sandy. And the lovely thing about it is that nobody can ever find out. Nobody anywhere can ever find out how we did it.
Yeah. Well, he deserved it. After all, he was going to shoot you.
Well, of course he deserved it. I acted my own death rather well, of course, but apart from that, how can the man be such a cowardly fool?
Yeah. Say, have you thought what might happen if he went to the police?
Sam, he won't. He hasn't got that much courage.
De Quincey once pointed out that many a man has owed his social downfall to a little murder he thought nothing of at the time. Poor Sam. Perhaps he would have been well advised to shoot both of them. One simply can't tell, can one?
Thank you for listening, my lovely YouTubers. And if you want to support the show, share it around, and if you have any recommendations, email me at storiesfablesghostlytales@gmail.com. Thank you so much for the support. And happy Easter!